Manchego cheese, denomination of origin. Dry ground, waterless ground. That's what Arabic etymology says La Mancha is, the largest natural region in Spain, characterized also by its climate and flat topography. These properties and the nature of the soil have brought about this geographical area's own vegetation. The Manchego sheep settled here thanks to its rustic nature, allowing it to adapt to grazing in this dry region with an extreme climate. This sheep has evolved over the years to become a breed with very good milk production, thanks to the genetic improvement programs introduced by the Castilla-La Mancha Agriculture Department and the tireless work of the farmers. Grazing, supplemented in troughs with natural products, confer the Manchego sheep's milk with special characteristics that make it different to milk from other breeds of sheep. The inhabitants of this region have made cheeses since ancient times. Literary texts have recorded in writing the importance of Manchego cheeses from far-off times. Several parts of Don Quixote refer to Manchego cheese. It's in this natural region of La Mancha that includes parts of the provinces of Albacete, Ciudad Real, Cuenca, and Toledo, where Manchego cheese is made from milk from Manchega breed of sheep. The process starts milking the sheep in the milking rooms, where modern technology plays an important role in control and hygiene for obtaining the milk that is immediately filtered and refrigerated at 4 degrees Celsius. Afterwards, the milk is taken to the curdling vats, where it's curdled using natural rennet or other coagulating enzymes. When the curd obtains a suitable consistency, it's repeatedly cut until a grain of between 5 to 10 millimeters is achieved. When this grain has been obtained, the mass is shaken and heated again in a double boiler to facilitate the exit of the whey inside the grains. The curd is then immediately put into cylindrical molds covered with a cotton cloth, where the characteristic wheat ear and herringbone patterns remind us of the patterns made by shepherds in the past with wooden boards and esparto grass sheets. It's then pressed. This is when the first identification is put on the Manchego cheese, the casein tab, where the words España and Manchego appear together with a series of digits and letters to individually identify each cheese. After pressing and mold removal, the cheese is salted, immersing it in brine. They then go to maturing rooms or chambers with systems that guarantee the identification and separation of the cheeses protected by the Queso Manchego denomination of origin. The Denomination of Origin Regulating Council Certification Service personnel carry out periodic audits and inspections on cheese dairies registered in the protected denomination of origin to check that they comply with the requirements established in the specifications authorized by the European Union. The regulating body's laboratory also carries out physical, chemical, and microbiological analyses on the Manchego cheese to guarantee that it's fit for consumption. As an accompaniment to the laboratory test, the Manchego cheese protected denomination of origin tasting panel makes a sensorial analysis of the cheese, rejecting batches that do not meet the minimum established requirements as regards the external appearance, smell, taste, and texture. To distinguish real Manchego cheese from imitations on the market, you should look at its identification. A numbered and serialized counter label should figure on top of the cheese's commercial label with the denomination of origin logo. On the opposite side of the commercial label is the aforementioned casein tab that can be considered as Manchego cheese's ID number. Finally, it's compulsory for the Queso Manchego to appear in a visible place on all the commercial labels of Manchego cheese. In addition, if it's been made with raw milk, it should also indicate artesano, farmhouse. Allegorical graphic elements of La Mancha can often be seen on commercial labels such as Don Quixote, Sancho Panza, pictures of windmills, etc., that can lead the consumer to think that it's Manchego cheese when it's not. This fact, together with the incorrect identification of cheese in the sales points, with the use of price holder and offer signs that incorrectly use the term Manchego, with expressions such as Manchego type, made in La Mancha, soft Manchego, which contribute to confusing the consumers even more and are a fraud. To complete the controls carried out on the protected cheese, the Regulating Council's inspectors visit the commercial establishments to check that the Manchego cheese on sale complies with the requirements in its specifications. Manchego cheese is a very prestigious product, obtained throughout the centuries, closely linked to the territory it comes from, and the tasting of which goes beyond merely satisfying human nutritional needs to become a delight. Manchego cheese is the best-known Spanish cheese, both in and outside of our country, and Castilla-La Mancha's most emblematic product. Without a doubt, it's our region's most highly prized gastronomic and cultural heritage.